Here's another view on top of the engine again. Again, we've already finished the boiler wash. I wanted to go inside the steam dome there and show you what it looks like afterwards. We got some stuff moved around up here. Got the collar for the safeties up here, and the low wire alarm cover, and the cover for the steam dome all up here. As everything is being worked on again in preparation for the train expo in June. Hopefully we'll have all these done in the next couple weeks or so, leading up to the main getting it ready. But for right now, looking down in here, you can't really see much, but here, okay, that's better, is the dry pipe. That's where the steam is let into from here in the steam dome, coming out of the boiler, and gets down in there and heads for the throttle valve. When the throttle valve opens, it flows into the cylinders. But as you can see here, this is the plate cover, and you can see down in there, someone's knocked some crud in there with their boots, so when we first open it up, the cylinder cocks will take care of that, and it'll be clean again. But anyway, we got the pipes that lead to the back to the turret pipe, and as you can see, they go back there. And in here, if you remember a couple of maintenance videos ago, I showed you in here when we first opened it, and all these tubes were still white. As you can see, some of them still have a good amount of them there stuck on there, hardened, but you can see some black in there, and that's a good thing. So it isn't too bad. But the paint that was put on there to protect them is finally coming off. So look back here. I'm going to flip it right side up. You can see back there the top of the crown sheet, and we had to squirt the water on top of that in between all the bolts, trying to get it clean. So that's all clean now. I'm going to climb out of here and try and show you around the dry pipe. Can't really see too much. You can kind of see the top of the tube sheet. But yeah, that's much cleaner. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of claustrophobic. I don't want to climb in there too much without anyone on the outside here, but yeah, so it's much better than it was when we took it apart. That's because of the water around here is so bad. Running it, you have to do this. The law requires you to do it every 30 days, have a boiler wash, and that's why they don't run as much anymore. The law back then, you wouldn't have, you know, when these things were running, wouldn't have required you to do that. So that's that now, as with regulations for a lot of things. So I'm not sure how much further we're going to go on that, but not much more I can talk to you about there. But announcing we're going to be doing video updates on the 76 pretty soon. As you can see there, they're moving right along. So again, locomotive maintenance on the 1225. We'll find something else to show. We got to do the mud ring again next week to get some of the stuff that from the first boiler wash that kind of got in there. The mud ring's down there on in the firebox, so I'll show you that. Okay. So the engine's clean. It's got the new jacking on it, just not painted yet. Still got to clean the tender though. We're gonna move it down here. And here's what it looks like from the other side. Pretty much the same amount that needs to be painted. Like I said, all clean and ready for paint, except for the wheels and the rods. Those need to be cleaned off too. Plus the tender, like I said. We're taking it down to go get the coal filled into it. We just cleaned out the rest of the crud in the mud ring. So that's where we're at right now. And we'll get another update in the next section. Finally a nice paint job on the engine. It's all masked off, but the painting is finished except for a few touch-up spots. So when you see it at Train Expo, all steamed up, it'll look its best, including the tender. We'll make sure to get that washed. Okay. And from the front, all masked off as well. Everything. We didn't get the little pipes back here though. I think those might need to be retaped in some spots. You can see them all the way back there. They got the pipes for the steam that goes through. And these steam pipes, I know someone asked before, these are the steam supply lines for the air compressors, and those are the shutoff valves for them. And as you can see, it's nice and shiny on all over here, except for the coupler, which we can't paint, because that would be against the law, because then you can't find any flaws in them. You can paint the couplers on static equipment though. Like the 76 is going to have its coupler painted. I think it might be already though. I need to go check, but we'll do a June update right before the Expo. So that way you can kind of see what it looks like. Anyway, here's all our supplies out here of the paint. We're using high grade gloss black paint, and these are all the different additives that we've added to it. And of course we don't like getting the floor messy, so we do it on this board, mix it all together in this cup and put it in the sprayer. And of course we have some thinner for what we did not to get it off our hands and our equipment. Yeah, so these are all the hardeners here, and actually the small one is for to prevent fisheye in the paint. So lots of different things to get looking this good. Well, once we take all the masking off and get it steaming again, it'll look even better. Oh, and we put the gray on the face again, just to make sure that was all nice for you. Hopefully we get the bell shined up and the marker lights put back on, all cleaned up too. And we'll also get a shot inside the cab once that's done. Right now it's all masked off and there's no light up there, so I won't do that until we're running it. So, okay, from SRI, time to close up.